All right, mic check, mic check. It's your boy Dame Dozha here at 90.5 FAMU. I'm coming home. I got with me Mr. Walt Brown, hailing from Daytona Beach, Florida. How you doing, Mr. Walt?
I'm good. How are you? Happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming. Go ahead and speak about, where you from and what you got going on a little bit.
Sure. So like you said, I'm from Daytona Beach. Currently live in Brooklyn now. Been there almost 9 years. Actually lived in Tallahassee after school and moved straight from Tallahassee to New York.
Okay, and it says that you're a psych major, but you're working on writing?
Yeah, so I mean, anyone who knows me knows that my creative is probably my stronger part of my personality. Like I was in Black on Black Rhyme when I was in school.
Right, that's what I know you from.
Currently working on a scripted television show that's in development, and hopefully we'll see it soon.
All right, so coming into FAMU, coming from Daytona, why did you choose the HBCU, and why did you choose FAMU to be specific?
So my parents went to Bethune-Cookman, so I was I'm raised in Daytona, so
right.
HBCU culture was around me my whole life. Grew up going to the Classic. And the one thing my dad said was, you can go to any school you want, but don't go to FAMU.
So you're a rebel.
Yeah. And actually, I thought I was going to end up at Morehouse, but I like to say they couldn't afford me. So the first time I saw FAMU was when my parents came to drop me off.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Was that summertime or was that during the fall?
No, it was literally the first week of school.
Oh,
I didn't come for tops. I don't have those memories because I was going to Morehouse up until August, and my godbrother had gone to FAMU and he had finished like 4 years before I came, and he was like, why are you stressed, like you're going to FAMU? And his wife came and like, where is Walt Brown's application? And then the rest was history.
So parents were Wildcats.
Yep.
And then you end up going to the rival school.
Yep.
So I can only imagine how it is in November in that household. Do you guys still keep that rivalry going?
Yeah, my parents have called me every classic that we've lost. Like, I always can expect my mom to start and my dad to finish. Now, when we win, it's silence.
Right.
And their phones are off, and I can't get them for like 3 days. But,
right.
Yeah,
but they make sure they rub it in.
For sure. And my family is a lot of Wildcats also, not just my parents. So I get it, like, it's very heavy.
All right, so coming out of mainland and Daytona Beach, what do you remember about your last summer from high school coming into FAMU, and what was the impact like in your young life?
Yeah, so I mean, probably like a lot of us, I was one of 4 black kids in most of my classes growing up, and I actually left 2 weeks after graduation, and I lived in Europe all summer. So when I came here, I was coming straight from Europe to FAMU. And I remember being so overwhelmed because it was the first time in my life where I was surrounded by nothing but us.
Yeah,
and
nothing but us.
Like a very powerful experience. One of my professors once said to me, because I had gone in and I was like, I'm having a culture shock. And she was like, if you're having a culture shock within your own culture, that's the problem. And from there,
that's also the solution as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, for me, that was like, I will always remember that because I look at it now and remember that was one of the only time, those 4 years, 5 years for me, where it was just us all the time. Smart,
all the time.
driven,
everywhere you went, it was just black excellence everywhere you go.
The excellence, all of it.
So, all right, so you lived on campus?
Yeah, so I lived in Sampson, and I'm very sad because someone once knocked on my door, like my freshman homecoming. Gave me $100, and they were like, I'm giving you this $100, have a good homecoming, but the only condition is you have to do this.
Pay it forward.
But now my dorm's not here, so I don't know. Me and Nikki gonna spend that $100 tonight.
Well, maybe you could find somebody else to pay it forward, a freshman of 2019 to pay it forward too. But we spoke about why did you choose FAMU as your HBCU. What were some of the surprises that you had coming in? And then what were some struggles that you had coming in? So,
surprises, how smart everybody was. And not that I don't think that we're smart, but this was like next level smart. Like, I was around, to me, the smartest people in the country at that time.
Right.
Maybe even in the world. And like, everyone was so beautiful. I always say, like, if Beyonce went to an HBCU, it would be FAMU.
It would be FAMU.
And then I would say the struggles, and I don't know that it's still like this now, but like, I'm gay, and so that was probably, while FAMU was some of the best times, it was also like some of the heaviest times in my life because the culture did not lend itself to me being like an openly gay man and being able to like thrive in the world.
But there were still people from all over the world, all different cultures, all different orientations. So I can only imagine the struggles that you faced. But in a place like FAMU freshman year, it was just a place of just finding yourself.
It was 1999 in the South, and so like give the context.
Yeah.
But like I think now it's a completely different experience. But the world has also changed.
Right. And just to reflect back in retrospect, one thing I want to ask you in comparison talk: what did you enjoy most, fall or spring semester?
Man, that's like a really tough question. Fall. Because it was like so new. Fall, yeah, it had to be fall because it was just like we were wild and doing whatever we wanted, and also it was a time where like nobody could pledge, like it was too like we were too young, so you could do whatever, and everyone was very free and uninhibited. Because after that fall, then everybody starts like thinking about like my future, what I want to do.
The cliques was already formed.
Exactly.
Alliances was being made.
Exactly.
And you pretty much already knew your way around. One thing that every FAMU student of our generation could remember, every day going on campus, one guy that I'm speaking of a lot today.
I already know what you're about to say.
The legend, his name already speaks for itself. I'm talking about Mr. Soul Train.
Oh, man. You know how many times I carried I would be late to class, and Soul Train would say, hey, come on, man. Help me get this wagon back. I would be like, but Soul Train, I'm late. He's like, come on, man, I'll give you a juice box. And I would be like, I don't want no juice box. But I would still do it because, like, we're in the South, and deference is everything to our elders. And also, Soul Train was just, like, a legend, like, literally walking legend.
Right. Everybody have their own Soul Train story. So he's one of the influencers that everybody can attest to. Along with that, going to the set on Fridays, one of the dreams or aspirations a lot of people had was pulling up on the set in a car or riding with your friends and riding through the set. But were you ever one of those guys that got a chance to ride through the set clean?
For sure. Like, anybody who knows me from my time on the Hill, like I was like not a political consultant, but FAMU politics. So I helped with a lot of people's campaigns, and so I always found a way to leverage driving a car through the set during campaign season. I found some way to scam my way across that set in a car, for sure.
You gotta have some type of excuse. I gotta get to the other side, or I'm dropping somebody off, or
sometimes you just gotta be a renegade and drive through.
Right. All right, so we're back 20 years later. There's a lot of things that's changed, but some things stay the same. So I want to ask a couple of questions on favorites between this or that. We'll start off with, of course, your favorite's probably going to be Samson. Since Samson's not here, Gibbs or Pattyfoot? Do you have a favorite between the two?
Gibbs or Patty? Nah, I mean, I'll tell you what it was. It was sneaking into the back windows of McGuinn to play spades. That's what we used to do. We used to sneak in through Imani and Juanita's window, and it would be like a spades tournament.
Don't tell on them now. Don't tell on them. Well, I guess
they fine. They went on to do good things.
All right, so Chubby's or Guthrie's?
Gut box all day.
Gut box, extra fries.
Oh, they don't even have coleslaw. I've never seen the coleslaw.
That's what I'm asking everybody. Does anybody eat coleslaw?
That coleslaw doesn't exist.
Right. Well, I don't know, man. If you don't ask for extra fries, then you won't get extra fries. I know that much.
But I believe it would just be an empty space.
Right. Let's talk about a little bit about some of your aspirations. I know this is off topic, but your DJ dreams I read a little bit about.
I mean, you've really done some
hey, man, you're a creative, man, from poetry to writing to DJing even, man.
Yeah, Young Yoda. That was my DJ name.
Young Yoda?
Young Yoda.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Did you do any parties in FAMU?
I did.
House parties?
I actually did Dr. Who was it? D Green's birthday party once. I think I must have somebody's birthday I DJ. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. My mind is fuzzy.
All right. Well, since we're talking about parties, do you remember the Louvre?
I do remember the Louvre.
The Louvre or the Garden, man? Which one was one of your favorite off-campus, on-campus parties that you could remember?
Oh, it was the Garden.
It was the Garden?
The Alpha Stewart party there, like Chillmatic or something, freshman year. And yeah, first party I ever went to.
And one of them other clubs that was a little bit further off campus, would you pick the Moon or CPA?
Always CPA.
Why?
Well, I actually never went to the little Black History fact. I never been to the Moon for a party.
What?
Or like club night. So like ever.
Ever.
As
a student, as an alum, some may say the Moon is a bit overrated, and CPA was
CPA was always the move for me. I'd never been to the Moon.
Now that is different. That is different.
Yeah, it's like not eating collard greens.
Right. All right. So last party talk. First week of school. Well, I guess you already said fall season, but what about Demp Week? You have any Demp Week memories or?
Oh man, Demp is where I learned how Can't F with the South was supposed to be played.
Yeah,
it's only one way.
And since you're speaking on the music culture, you were already from Florida, so any songs other than Can't Mess with the South?
Well, no, you know what it was? It was all the other like I didn't know the Percolator. I didn't know, like all like the Cali move. So like. That was the beautiful thing about being here is like being exposed to all the different types of dancing from like different regions.
Right, because we know